Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Real to Real. We're being joined by Miss B as usual, and
Hey guys.
always in the background, Mr. Ben, and of course, our special bartender, connoisseur slash Mr. Everything, Mr. Paul Raker. Welcome, Paul.
Hey y'all.
Welcome, Paul.
So
I got
today,
all
I
my
think
stuff, Paul.
we got. Oh, that's good. That's good.
That's good because
this
I
is-
don't, so I'm gonna have to show you virtually.
Well, that's why you would do it all person, Paul. You could teach us how to do it, or you could show us how to do it, right? So that would be another like, I think you should start maybe doing a weekly small video of how to make a drink for the week.
Paul's
Nice.
weekly cocktail.
Paul's weekly
I think that's
cocktail.
called AA.
Oh, and infamous Mr. Ben. Mr. Ben, how are you?
Doing well, thanks. Just getting ready for the day activities.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds like there's a
Yeah.
bee in the background buzzing.
Yeah, that would be a lot of. So we're also looking at doing. Today is obviously 4th of July, and so the set of the show will be cookout and drinks. And
Yes.
Mr. Paul is going to show us how to make a drink, and we're going to talk about the various cookout venues or how you make your choice for the day as to what you're going to have. Certain people
What are you eating?
are real fancy, and certain people like to have hot dogs and hamburgers. You know,
I am
it's-
one of
it's-
those people that try to get super fancy with it. I
Yeah.
want ribs.
right. You want ribs. You want,
I want chicken.
bratwurst. You want chicken. You want the whole works.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you on a typical 4th of July, is there a person that has to make this certain dish in your
Yes.
in your family? What
There's
about you,
always going to be
Paul?
that certain person.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I do love like hot dogs and hamburgers, but I don't consider myself like a gourmet person. As long as
Okay.
they're. I don't like any pink on my burgers. I'm a well done guy. So
Oh, you
my
are?
Lord.
as long as I can't see
I
pink,
just-
I'm fine.
Oh man.
Oh my Lord.
That's
Your burger is demolished.
No
Let's be-
mooing.
Yeah.
No mooing for me.
No. Oh man. Tough. That's tough. So you're the last person at the grill when they're
Yeah,
handing
right.
out the burgers. They're like,
Yeah.
hey, wait, you wait a minute. I gotta flip yours like 3 more times before you can come and get it.
Yeah, hockey
But,
puck.
I like.
I'm into
Yeah,
burnt hot dogs.
You
You got to burn my hot dog
yes.
like to a crisp.
So that's the weird part about it is like, yeah, you got to burn the hot dog. I like medium. If I, pretty much all my meats medium. Depending on what we're doing, like chicken wings, obviously you gotta have it well done. You don't want any pink in your chicken, so that's a no.
No, then you're gonna be in a
So-
hospital. Somebody's
Yeah.
hospital.
Somebody's hospital, and that's not good on the 4th. I tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Paul, what are we
what-
making
what-
today?
Yeah.
What are we making? Well, we're going to make, there's not actually a name for this drink, so maybe we can come up with something to
Come up with
call it.
something. It's the
We
4th of
might need
July,
a couple
so
of drinks ourselves before we come up with a creative name, but
yeah.
we're going to do a little red, white, and blue layered cocktail for 4th of July
Okay.
here.
4th of
And I'm
July.
going to walk you through how to make it because I'm missing an ingredient like a dumbass. Cut that out. You can edit that, Jen.
Well, I have everything, and I'm ready
Yeah.
to make this. I don't know if it's gonna blend with. I feel like it's just all gonna blend together.
No, yeah, that's why we have the spoon. It's going to be easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if
I
it
believe
doesn't,
in
then
you.
we'll have a hilarious blooper reel. So first of all, take your ice out of your clear cup. It needs to be iceless first.
Oh
You got
Lord
something to
Jesus.
put your ice in?
Yep. I did. There we go. There we go.
And then, you want me to walk you through the ingredients? You can hold them up for the camera. I have a couple
Yes,
here too.
please.
So grenadine is going to be the first ingredient that we use. There you go.
That's grenadine.
Grenadine, and then vodka. Very
Vodka.
nice. Wow.
There you
yes. Go. And then the
bootleg
last
vodka,
ingredient is a little
moonshine.
blue curacao.
Little moonshine
Very nice.
vodka.
This
Yeah.
it's an orange liqueur, by the way. I don't know why it's blue. Never figured that out.
Yeah, right?
So,
was
so
very
first you want
interesting.
to take your cup with no ice. Pour an ounce of grenadine in.
An ounce of grenadine. There it is. It's looking good.
Beautiful. And that's going to form our red layer at the bottom. Now you can go ahead and add your ice, Bianca.
Oh, so okay. All right. Stay on camera.
Yeah, I can't see what I hear Ben's bees in the background. Okay, so we have
Is
our
that
ice
good?
added. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to take your spoon. You probably have to sit the glass down for this.
Okay.
Because you're going to take your spoon, flip it over, and you're going to pour your vodka over the back of the spoon.
Here we go.
Pour your
Okay.
vodka over the back of the spoon.
There we go.
Slowly. You want to do it slowly because you don't want to break that red up too much. It will blend a little bit, but
I got it.
you got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's happening. It's a thing.
So once you have your vodka in there, you're going to do the same thing with the blue curacao.
Okay.
Just pour it even slower over the back of the spoon.
What if a little bit goes into the thing?
That's fine. It will blend a little, but the key is whoa. The key is to
with the B's and the
key is to
E's.
have 30 seconds of separation for a beautiful Instagram photo, and then you can mix it up and get lit.
Get lit. Oh, by the look of her face, I don't know. I think she's already lit.
Oh,
wow. It's already bad.
Right.
It's already bad.
It looks like a snow cone instead.
Red, blue.
Actually, the blue just went to the middle. It's red, blue, and
Yeah.
white.
Yeah,
It
red,
did.
blue, and white.
Wow. Well,
I
once
was
I get
amazed.
grenadine, I can also film a video and now chug it.
Oh,
I think you might have to stir it up a little bit, and you know, that's what you're supposed to do, folks. That's what you're supposed to do. That's how you make a celebration drink.
And so just like they do on the Food Network, we will edit in a beautifully made drink into the final cut.
The final cut.
That, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, put that in the oven and then pull out the nice drink afterwards.
Yeah, just like when Martha Stewart. I was gonna say just like when Martha Stewart goes in the oven, she just puts a pile of dough in and pulls out the whole loaf of bread already made in 3 seconds.
Already made, and which is the weirdest thing because it looks way bigger than the one that went in. I guess bread doesn't rise when you make it, but like not like that because you would see like literally a dough this big and then it becomes like this, and I'm like,
right.
You know, the other thing that I have always wanted to happen on those cooking shows is that just one time, so they pull the ready-made out of the oven, and there's always like this person who magically appears out of their house or their neighbor comes over or something to try it. For once, I want the friend or the neighbor to say, this tastes like crap. But they always sit there and they talk about, oh, it's so creamy. It just burst in my mouth.
So good.
I'm like, just say it tastes terrible.
Delicious.
You probably made it 3 days ago and put it in your oven for this shoot.
It's delicious. And the oven's not
great.
even on.
Well,
set your oven to 375. Okay.
I'm proud of myself for at least getting
throughout
it to
the whole show.
of,
You never. That was actually very good.
Yeah, that was good. You managed to completely switch the order of the layers. You're a magician.
Yeah, you're a magician.
I'm learning new things.
Yeah.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
So, like, does anybody get any type of other drink specials that they like to make on the 4th? Like, because it's a warm day, so a lot of times you want to do a lot of citrusy type drinks. You know, it's funny because like iced tea was one of the main staples. So like, you know, for an adult drink, obviously you do the iced tea and vodka, which is, you know, you just have to make sure you keep an eye on the kids so they don't they don't sip on that. They have their own separate iced tea.
I don't know. I do Arnold Palmer's.
Okay.
Yeah, Arnold Palmer's are good.
Arnold Palmer's with vodka, or is it Arnold Palmer just straight up?
Palmer? Arnold Palmer's, yes, but like
always
with vodka too. Yeah,
always.
You have to do that.
That sounds right. Now he has his own, like he has Arizona makes his own drink at Arnold Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have the Arnold Palmer Light now for all you calorie counters.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
It's
not too bad. It's like a diet drink, you know. You kind of get used to it. Diet drinks are difficult. One of my favorite 4th of July summer cocktails is called a Cucumber Rose Kennedy. It's cucumber vodka with soda and a splash of cranberry. It comes out pink with a lime. It's so good. It's very refreshing.
So it's cucumber with cranberry and what else?
It's cucumber vodka and soda with a splash of cranberry.
Okay.
It's delicious, and it comes out. The color is a rosy color, so
nice.
We call it cucumber.
Maybe I should just take that. Yeah, maybe I should just take that today because I can't figure out what to do with the cucumber vodka. So that might be a good plan right there.
Yeah, very good. Very
because
refreshing.
You can't just like drink cucumber vodka. You have to mix it with something that makes
it does need to be mixed with something. I'm not a huge cucumber fan, but mixed in those ways, it's extremely refreshing.
Right.
I have to get some cranberry and some soda. So are we saying like soda like Sprite or soda like
Well, I prefer seltzer. I mean, you could do
seltzer,
Sprite
okay.
if you like your drink sweet, but you know the soda is less sweet.
Okay, good.
If you like your drink sweet, you could do tonic or Sprite, though.
Oh, I would probably rather do seltzer.
Yeah, I'm definitely a soda guy. Vodka tonic is a good drink, but now that I've kind of gotten on vodka soda, it's less sweet and supposedly, I don't know, less calories. You know, I don't count calories. So.
Right. Some people do, some people don't. I just want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity to get there.
Yeah.
You're talking to two people who don't count the calories in the drink.
It's all about flavor for me.
Are any of you guys into playing games at your cookout? Like,
Some
drinking games,
yard games.
Yeah, yard games, whatever.
Like horseshoes and
horseshoes.
Cornhole and ring toss and. Isn't that?
And the kids usually have like some sort of like badminton net set up or something that they'll do. If it's somewhere where it's a lot of space, the kids will get together and play like a 500, which is like tossing the football all the way up in the air and catching it. Then sometimes they can convince an adult to do all the throwing, which tends to throw your arm out after like an hour of it. But They always get some drunk uncle to be like, "Hey, can you toss us the ball?" And all the kids will go to the other end.
And Herb is the one that's in there tossing up the ball.
Yep.
I'm sure.
That's why I have a lot of feelings about it.
Is there a certain point that the games turn a little bit more adult, like flip cup or beer pong, or is that not happening at your cookouts?
Not typically, not me.
Yeah, not my cookouts. Yeah.
Only because there's like kids involved. You know, you don't want to teach them too early.
Yeah, and I think after a while, people don't really want to play something that's too much like that.
Yeah,
I feel like they just want to sit.
It's funny because it's almost like a reunion when you have a cookout, because then you start to reminisce about certain things that happened in the past and all of that stuff, you know, with family. It's just, oh, remember when what's the name came to last cookout with that nasty potato salad that they made? They forgot to put the forgot to put the mayonnaise in there and try to sell it as something else. You know.
When you said that, like in the beginning, with like, what's the signature food that somebody brings to your cookout?
Yeah.
At our family, cookout is usually the potato salad. My aunt Marion is the only one who can bring the potato salad. We ain't eat nobody else. That's right. It's the good potato salad.
There's people that try to bring other potato salads, and you're like, oh, okay.
That's right. You're like, it's just going to sit there.
That one sits over there in the corner. Yep.
I know. How embarrassing the food that sits there. I mean, I can't cook, so my food would definitely sit there. But I feel bad for people whose food sits there.
But Paul, you also wouldn't be bringing the food to the cookout. You'd probably be like, let me just go ahead and bring the drinks. I'll rather.
Yeah, I'll bring the desserts.
Right.
I'll bring the desserts.
Unless I was coerced.
Yeah.
Bringing food.
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, but you would always check the box for desserts. Like, okay, I'll bring the, you know.
I'm gonna bring the store-bought dessert.
The store-bought desserts.
I'll bring
the apple pie, caramel cake, something that everybody's gonna enjoy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. I'll bring some Swiss cake rolls for everybody to have.
Yeah.
I'm always the one that brings the pasta salad, but I always feel like there's like 7 pasta salads.
I know. There's a lot of pasta salads. So like Celeste's taken over because her mom had a really good recipe that has gone over well, and she makes the pasta salad, which is really good. It's definitely one that goes away. Like, it's empty. If there's any left, it's just because there wasn't enough people there, you know. So you get a little extra. You know, you leave it with the host or you take it home, whichever, and it gets eaten. So I don't know if there's a lot of foods that, I guess, cookout food and what else? Thanksgiving is really the only time that you really eat a lot of the leftovers.
Oh, for Thanksgiving, you eat leftovers for about an extra 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
You're freezing things. You
got the turkey soup, turkey sandwiches.
You've eaten turkey about 70 different ways.
Y'all done switch holidays on us now. It's 4th of July.
We did.
On a tangent again. There you go, Herb.
Ben, you can cut that up for the Christmas episode.
we go all over the place sometimes.
That's right.
We do. That's why we appreciate Mr. Ben, because he kind of reels us back in.
I think you fell asleep. You let y'all go way off the rails.
Sometimes you have to let that happen.
Oh my God.
But who typically is like the big, let's do the fireworks, let's do this, let's do that, you know. You always have an organizer that sets everything up. My goddaughter's mom is more of the organizer. She like tries to like lay out the menu for the day and stuff like that, especially for like the 4th of July or any other holiday meals that we're gonna get together for. So she'll call and be like, okay, so, you know, Celeste, you're doing the macaroni salad, check, you know, and then anything else you need, and then, you know, we'll check that off the list. You know, you always got to have like Capri Suns for the kids and all of that stuff. So
usually,
the more the merrier.
there's like a whole
I don't think you ever. I don't think you ever run out of. You try not to run out of drinks. So that's why I'm glad that you gave me that little recipe for the cucumber vodka, because I don't think that I could sit there and drink that by myself. So
yeah.
So it's a good.
It's a very particular vodka.
Yeah. So that'll be good. They'll be happy about that, because vodka, cranberry, and soda would be very, very refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to go around to Lake Ann today for the fireworks.
For the fireworks.
Yeah, they're not doing them like professionally or anything. You know that. But
yeah, I think somebody does them, but it's actually a really good lake, because you can walk around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the way around the lake, but it's like there's a good section of it that you can just walk and just, do kind of like a leisurely, lake throw. There's 3 lakes in Reston.
Mm-hmm.
3 kind of major.
There's 4 lakes. Right?
Really 3.
Newport.
Yeah, but that's
yeah, but not really.
Yeah, it's just like somebody asking you what lake you were at, and it's your pond out back.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
and I was like, I don't really think that looks like a lake.
Yeah, that's, if you can't put a lot of things in it, it's not a lake, So like Lake and Lake is really the kind of the major lakes in Reston. Man-made, which is good. I think Reston is a very, very quaint and cute place to be.
So you have on your side of the toll road, Herb.
Yes.
You have Lake Audubon and Lake Thorough.
Yes.
And then on my side of the toll road, I have Lake Newport and Lake Ann.
You keep saying that.
And Lake Fairfax.
Yeah, and but that Lake Fairfax is really kind of like a park. So I guess there is a lake there, and you can go fishing and have a boat. Yes, it has a boat. You can put boats in it, and
doesn't matter if it has it in the name, Bianca.
Float around.
Okay, then what?
Right.
Doesn't matter. That doesn't make it a real lake. It's more park.
Ben, you used to live in Burke. Does Burke have a lake? It has Burke Lake.
Burke Lake is really nice.
It's a huge lake, 5 miles around.
Oh, does it?
Has a fitness
really?
Frisbee golf, that's free. Putt. They have
okay.
They got a train. They got 1,000 things there.
We have been to that lake to like ride around on our bikes. I thought I was going to pass out. I didn't understand that it was about like we were told that we were going to go on a bike ride, and I was excited about it, but I had no idea how long this bike ride was going to be around.
You should go there, Paul. They have a nice running trail.
They do.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. It's not too far
from
you.
Paul has a nice running trail.
It's probably like 20-minute drive from you. Right, Paul? Right, Ben? Probably
from Alexandria.
Less. Yeah.
It's not too far. It's a straight shot, basically either down Route 1 to 495.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not too far.
Yeah.
I mean, for something different. I didn't say go today, but like for something different.
I'll resist going today.
Yeah, 5 miles in this heat might be a bit much.
Right.
Yeah.
Paul, where are you running today?
I'll probably I live close to the Mount Vernon Trail on the Potomac, so that's usually where I go when I leave from my house. So I don't have to drive anywhere and park. I just leave from here. So there are a lot of good options around here for running, which is really nice. I like to switch it up. It's good to change the scenery. So there are a lot of different ways you can go from where I live.
Do you ever run over to National Harbor?
Yeah, across the bridge. Yeah, it's about from my apartment to National Harbor is about 5 miles. So if I do a 10-mile run, that's what I'll do across the Woodrow Wilson Bridge and then back.
I don't know why that doesn't sound exciting to me. A 10-mile run.
A 10-mile run does not. No.
Good stress relief. Excellent stress relief.
How long does it usually take you to do it?
When I run 10 miles, I usually try to shoot for 9-minute miles. So
Okay.
About an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
I ran the Army 10 miler last year a little faster. I think I did something like 8:47 miles.
Okay.
8 minutes
Okay.
47.
So does that pace stay the same, or do you like start off either really kind of like on a 9-minute and then it picks up, or are you one of those start off fast and then teeter off at the end?
When I'm doing longer runs, I usually will stay the same. The only reason why I'm slower in races at the beginning is because it's so crowded. It's hard to be fast in the beginning. Okay. But when I'm running on my own, I can keep the same pace. It's hard for me to do what is called negative splits, where you start out slower and get faster each mile, just because I tend to stay the same pretty much, especially the longer I run.
A lot to make up on, yeah.
Look at us. We didn't talk about Thanksgiving. We didn't talk about Paul.
I know
running.
This is a potpourri episode. Y'all got to call this potpourri.
Well,
How to mess up the drink.
Well, I am outside, so that's
we heard all the birds.
Yeah, it's kind of to be outside in the shade right now.
Nice.
I think it's like mid 80s. It's going to be a pretty warm day today, so it would be good to be on the lake for the 4th of July. And apparently, ABC schedule is what 12 to 6.
Yeah,
something like
12
that.
to 6. Yeah.
12 to 6.
Why did you have to ask Paul that? Like he knows that his back of his hand.
Like I've already tried to go this morning at 8 o'clock a.m.
I don't know.
Wow.
Just making sure I got the hours correct. I do already have.
Who's that creepy guy driving around the parking lot? It's completely empty. The store is dark.
Oh man!
Staring in there like I'm gonna open up for him.
Well, you guys, this has been great.
Yeah,
I love this.
So,
this has been fun, and I can't wait to I'll send you guys a picture of the Martha Stewart out of the oven drink.
Out of the oven drink.
I love it. And usually we do a small business of the day.
Yes.
But I don't have one because it's a holiday and everybody's doing everything.
And they're probably closed, most of them.
Correct. Everyone go and get a to-go drink from someone's restaurant.
Yeah.
And tip the bartender.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Support your local
businesses.
That's right.
Small businesses.
Because if you don't support them now, they won't be there possibly in a month or so.
Right.
Who knows?
That's true.
Who knows? There was an article that came out about 20% of the places that have closed down during this pandemic will not open.
Not reopen, right?
They're just not going to reopen. Yeah.
That's very interesting. Oh, my neighbor has a hound dog. It's very.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very loud.
Well, thank you guys. This has been great. Until next time, Lord Jesus.
Bless you.
Paul.
Thank you.
You got to get that all out your system before you go running.
Yep.
Because people are not gonna like it when you're running down the trail.
They'll all run the other way.
They'll be like, oh, Corona.
It's so funny that we have to sneeze and cough in private now.
We do.
In private now, like you can't do
it
that.
It makes you ashamed.
We work at the Y, so like there's literally now instead of like the complaint box or something, people actually walk up to you like, hey, that gentleman's kind of like clearing his throat a little too much. Is there any way you can go talk to him about that? I'm like, what? Okay, sure.
Wow.
I know. And on that note, Thanks for joining us for the show. Thank you, Paul.
It's been real.
All right.
Everybody have a safe and wonderful 4th of July. I know you're probably not going to see this show until probably afterwards, but
right.
Anyway.
We hope it was good. We hope it was a good 4th of July.
Yes, that's correct.